off the crossbar. Goal! They're trying to deflect off the goal team. Sprint to left field, it's down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
Welcome to HCTV. Tyler Rodriguez alongside Brad Romano live here from Stewart Field at Hunterdon Central for boys lacrosse action for the first time this year. Hunterdon Central will be facing off against Watchung Hills, a team that has not beat them since 2018. But for the Red Devils, it's been an interesting year for them so far. A season where they've lost a lot of talent and have a bit less talent than they normally would in a program that has been so successful. Off to a rough start, 1-4, lost to Somerville last time out on Saturday, 7-2. So looking to bounce back here against a very winnable opponent here, Brad, against Watchung Hills.
Yeah, this should be a pretty good game for Central to try to bounce back. Like you just said, and, a lot of talent being lost has been a really big effect on why Central has had a really big down year. Guys like Sean Crater or Trevor Fish, losing them is going to be really big, and a lot of guys have had to step up and get those big moments for the team, and they're off to a rough start, 1-4, but maybe they can get some chemistry going into this game, get some team bonding and momentum. If they can win this game, carry it into the next couple.
Yep, they were able to pick up the one win earlier this year. It was a narrow victory against Rutgers Prep, a team that has beat Watchung Hills already this year. They're both in the same division over there in the Skyland, Delaware, Pingree, Bridgewater, Raritan Ridge, Somerville, Watchung Hills, Rutgers Prep, Hunterdon Central, and then Hillsborough in that order. So a big Skyland, Delaware matchup as always here. Anytime these two teams face off, it's always going to be an interconference type of rivalry. For the Red Devils, they're looking have their eyes set this year on the Hunterdon Warren Sussex, trying to get back there. They're not accustomed to slow starts in their state winning year. They went on a 3-game losing streak to start the season. Last year they were off to a slow start as well. Still have the ability to turn things around, but they're going to need to do so quickly, and it's really been the offense that's been letting them down. A lack of goals for them this year. They've been defending for large parts of each game, and we'll see if that things changes here, but we're going to take a little break here for the national anthem, and we'll see you on the flip side. So back here after the national anthem, big news for the Red Devils. No Decker McNally today. Pulled the hamstring. He was a key part to this team last year. Decker McNally had 10 points last year. Had to fill in. Really, last year they lost a large part of their team. Really, their whole starting lineup 2 years ago was seniors. So only juniors really that played that year was DeVore, Fish, a little bit, Danny Loss, and Sean Crater, of course. But then it was last year where those juniors now became seniors. Some younger players got some chances, but still, this year it's just lost a bit more of that talented senior class, the remains of that state winning team from 2 years ago, and now it's just kind of starting from scratch here for the Red Devils. It seemed like a bit for them. It's been, as I said, a rough start, but the coaches are optimistic. They know that the talent is subpar. However, they have high expectations, I've been told, from a couple of the players on the team. So let's see if they can kind of get their season kick-started here, bro. It's a good opportunity to do so.
Yeah, and I understand the high expectations part because, this is a historic program for Central Lacrosse. You're talking about multiple championships, historic players on this team. So when the bar is set that high, they are expected to be good every year. And, guys need to step up. With Decker McNally, especially one of their best players being out this early in the season, he'll be back shortly, but still, that's a tough loss, especially when you're trying to get back in the momentum.
Yep, so they'll have Ben Critelli will be playing his role, and then Joseph Rawlings, normally just the face-off, the fogo for this team, will be having a bigger role to play in the center of the field there in the midfield for the Red Devils on the attacking side. They're trying to get some goals, which this team has struggled scoring the ball so far this year. Only 14 goals. Compare that to Watchung Hills, 32 already this year. So see how that matches up. Watchung Hills do face some weaker oppositions. Their 2 victories were against Hillsborough, and then they won last time out, or excuse me, lost last time out against Bridgewater Raritan. And as I said, they have not beat Central since May 2016, 2018, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a long drought, 2018 not beating a team since then, so Central's did a very good job at beating this team every single time, so I'm sure Watchung Hill's going to be hungry to get this win, and not just because they want to win and get back on track, but also just, haven't beat them since 2018.
In the air, it's Flynn there fighting for it, still going around. Amato close to it, and the ground ball is secured very well. Ooh, spoke a bit too soon. Watching Hills look closer to it. Here's Flynn still fighting. Wow, and it's into the Red Devils attacking zone and out of play. And will be Red Devils possession with Liam Mansell. And they'll overturn it, and it will be Watchung Hills who can get things going. Alexander Conforti for them, and then Alex Rozek, their goalkeeper, back for Conforti against Flynn. The Stevens Institute of Technology lacrosse commit will be playing lacrosse there next year. A big moment for him, of course. We knew about the commitment for a long time, but supremely talented two-sport athlete. There's a shot there. That's Jack Klintok, leads this team in scoring 10 goals, 2 assists, 12 points on the year, and it was a good save, I believe, by Turnbull. May have hit the post. It'll be Max Simons to collect on the far side.
Yeah, early goal attempt there by he's leading this team in goals, so definitely watch out for him that early in the game. Keep an eye out.
And Flynn has a bit of a bigger role than we saw certainly from his sophomore year, but especially last year, now tasked with advancing the ball up the field for the Red Devils, and this has been one of their major issues, have not been able to keep possession, a bit sloppy play from them now and again, and as I say that, the Warriors get back on it here from Watchung Hills with the turnover. And they can advance it into the Red Devils' defensive zone. And see if they can get something going here. There's Klintok over there. Pass for David Dubois. 2 goals so far on the year already. And back there behind an X. The Red Devils, this is where their main chemistry is in defensively. The 2 hockey players, Simons and Flynn, know each other very well, know each other's tendencies well. There's some new players here in that defensive role, but they've been pretty good. There's a shot. Excellent save by Turnbull. He's having a great year as well, and recovered very well by Simons, who can spin and go the other way. And now finds Foster calmly, and will roll that one for Robbie Turnbull, who's been the preferred goalkeeper of choice over Eddie Shin. Here is Ben Cartelli. And they can advance the ball well. Here's the sophomore Jake Ditchy. Already 1 goal for him on the year. Saw some varsity time last year in the face-off circle as well when Crater was out for an extended period of time due to pneumonia. But he's looked good so far, the underclassman Ditchy, and he's on it again now. And here's Cartelli for Mansell. And Meyer leads his team in goals for Ethan Washington, with the game-winning goal against Rutgers Prep to give this team their first win of the year about 2 weeks ago. And here's Ditchy now, will go to his right.
A good defense here by Watchung Hills, keeping the pressure on the Red Devils.
And it's David Dubois there that forces the turnover against Ditchy, and the Warriors can get things going and start again. Oh, excellent. Close swim move behind. Oh, but he falls. Yeah. Meyer can't get it. Dubois can.
Yeah, great move there. Very shifty, but just lost his pace.
It is wet out there. The rain did fall a little bit before. And here's Mansell. Now they have a 2v2 if they hurry. Liam Mansell charging in. Here's Mansell with a shot and a calm finish from Liam Mansell. And just like that, the Red Devils 1-0 capitalize off the Watchung Hills error.
Yeah, great start from Liam Mansell. Now a 1-0 lead for the Red Devils, and that's how you want to start off a game. Great momentum booster for the Red Devils, especially after being on defense for the earlier part of this first period. Now getting that goal, being up 1-0, can only get better for the Red Devils here.
Yep, good finish there from Mansell. He did score the goal along with Griffin Meyer against Somerville, the very talented Somerville, in the loss Saturday. It's been them 3 up top basically all year: Ethan Washington, Meyer, and Mansell. It's a good calm finish that time off the error there. And now here's Rawlings, who took the face off. Will lose out this time. And it's the Warriors who can pick up the ground ball. Rawlings will stay out there. And the Red Devils will fall back into the defensive shape here. There's Clintock coming back onto the field. Number 3 on the ball right now. Watch out for him. And Dubas has it again. We'll pass it around back to Scott Drews. 5 goals for him already on the year. But in X, there's Clintock posted up on that left side. And back for Drews. Oh, good work there from Foster to intervene, and will recover the ground ball well. Ooh, bit of a risky pass for Turnbull, but works out. And calm play now from Turnbull, who can look up and find Joseph Rawlings for the Red Devils on this near side. And then slings it there to Cortelli. Excellent take from him. He's hit, and there will be a flag thrown there.
Yeah. Kind of shoved him there, yeah. Seems like a right call.
Extends there, the hands there, probably a cross check on that far side. For Cortelli, he's put in a lot of work this offseason. I would go out a lot in the winter and always would see him either down the wall. It doesn't matter what the temperature was, what the conditions were, snow on the ground, he was always there. Cortelli always working hard. You can see with the control that he has of the ball. It's very much improved since last year, very much improved player, and they're going to need him to step up, especially no Decker McNally today. But throughout the whole year, they're going to need him to produce from the midfield. And there he is, Cortelli in the attacking zone, along with John Flynn now. Here's Washington, the left-hander on that right side for Meyer. Mansell again, fakes the shot. And here's Cortelli, back for Washington. Here's Washington, has a good look there. Ooh, beautiful move, Washington, very nice from him. Calm finish from Ethan Washington, and created it all himself there. Beautiful play from the Red Devils to double their lead.
Yeah, Ethan Washington's had a great season so far. You know, he's really stepped up as well, the junior. Like you said, had that game-winning goal against Rutgers Prep. Has had a couple goals besides that, too. He's a bright future for him on this team for sure.
And now leads the team in points with 6 on the year for Ethan Washington.
Yeah, now leading in points, you know. He's been having a great season offensively.
We're still going to need him to produce here. As the season goes on, the Red Devils have been light so far in the goal front. But they're showing very good promise today. Converted 2 of their chances, very opportunistic. And there's Max Van der Beek with a good win in the face-off circle for the Red Devils. And now they can try to work something for Clintock, who had 40 goals last year, 10 assists, 50 points. Very dangerous, threatening player. The Red Devils' top points man was Trevor Fish last year with 71. They lose him, lose Crater, who had 55 goals as well, despite missing a couple games. Very impressive numbers the Red Devils had last year. Oh, beautiful spin from Clintock. Excellent save by Turnbull. As Foster, Turnbull does very well to pop out there, be an option. Clintock tries to defend him. Oh, passes a bit high for Simons. Just can hit it enough to Foster, who can find Turnbull, and Foster now can exit and allow Ditchy to come into the field. Here's Marrero. He'll go to his right. He does well to advance the ball up for the Red Devils. Here's Mansell. Show where the talent is for the Red Devils in this attacking half. Mansell, Meyer, and Washington. Very versatile, very dynamic, and certainly been very lethal so far today. But they just need to get them going a bit more than they have all year. Haven't got them a lot of looks, but they've been patient, been able to work some good attacks so far today. There's Washington inside again. There's a shot from Washington. Good save there by Rozek, but it will stay Red Devils' possession there. It was Mansell who made sure he was closest to it.
Yeah, good confidence there about Washington, you know, going for another goal, but Washington Hills goalie is going to need to step up big time now, already being down 2-0 in the first period. Don't want to allow any more before they get another one.
Dishy does well. There's Cortelli for Joseph Duffy. Another new name for Red Devils lacrosse fans to get oriented with. Talented senior as well, as the length Has the athleticism they need. There's Ditchy. Watch out for him years to come. Just a sophomore Ditchy now. Here's Mansell. Can he go wraparound? He'll spin. Then he shoots. Oh, good save, Rozek. It's still there. Mansell will fight for it, and Rozek can go into his goalie's crease and recover it for Watchung Hills as they'll look to advance this one up the field, and they do so very well there. It's a bit of a low pass, but controlled well. Simons and Flynn do a good job to converge there and force Watchung Hills back there, as it looked like they were going to have a clear path at goal, and now the Warriors can try to work something again. It's Mason Kelly, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points for him on the year. Now we'll give up responsibility to Clintock on that far side. It's behind an X there to Drews. And back for Dubois. Clintock. Gets a screen, will spin. It's good defending by the Red Devils there. Smith looked like he intervened there. Simons as well. The Warriors just do enough to keep it here if they can get one good look here. 3:40 to go. Clintock, good shot. Bounces high and away and will stay with the Warriors.
A good job by the Red Devils on defense. You would say they've been struggling with it in the past, but so far they've been very solid.
There's Dubois again. Didn't take it cleanly, but can get the ground ball freely there. Kelly back for Clintock. And there's a shot and a goal there. Number 4 is Steven Prisco. Good finish from him, and now they can have the lead here 2-1. Makes things a bit more interesting here in the final 3 minutes and change.
Yeah, and I just said the Red Devils are playing really good on defense, but just allowed their first goal. Steven Prisco now 2-1. Makes it a pretty interesting game here. Central gets the early lead, but Watchung is right back in it.
Prisco's 6th goal on the year.
6 goals on the year already. Great start for Steven Prisco. Here's the face-off here.
It'll be Rawlings back in. They've switched off between Rawlings and Marrero for this whole game. Rawlings just under a 40% face-off percentage, was hopeful about increasing it today, and that will help him out there. Flynn does really everything for this team this year. Now here's Flynn inside, has 1 goal as well. And whistles ball, yep, timeout, I believe. So for the Red Devils, spoke to Ben Critelli before this game, and he sums up as a tough start. And as I said, this team, very dynamic. They have a lot of talented players in the attacking half, but they haven't had a lot of offensive opportunities. They're still working hard, and they're looking to improve their creativity, adding in some more plays, adding in some more things like that. But as Brad said before, this is a young team. They need people to step up. But, of course, Brad, with Hunterdon Central Lacrosse, hopes are always going to be high, and they are again this year.
Yeah, and, like it's a young team. Because it's a young team, it's going to take time to develop and get chemistry. People can know each other, but when you talk about chemistry in sports, it takes time, like I just said, to develop. And now with having some experience in the varsity game, already 5 games in, you can maybe see that starting to develop a little more now. Already getting 2 goals early in this first period. And if they can continue to play like this throughout the game and can continue that through the rest of the season, maybe they can have a comeback.
Yeah, of course, for Hunterdon Central, they're in Skyline Delaware. As I said, they lost badly to Pingree. Bridgewater, Raritan, another local rival. Ridge, again, a top 10 team in this state. They lost to early on this year. Somerville, another talented opposition. But then there's Watchung Hills, Rutgers Prep, Hunterdon Central, and then Hillsborough teams. They all should be better than. And then they can probably push on and look to compete with some of those more talented teams in the Skyline Delaware. It wasn't too long ago where Central was the team to beat in the Skyline Delaware, but as I said, lost a lot of talent. We'll have to kind of restart here from scratch. And they're just going to hope to see if they can pull one game back and become 2-4 at the end of this one. But certainly long way to go here. Score 2-1, the Red Devils lead. Under 3 minutes to go, and we'll get going with Mansell for the Red Devils as he'll hand things off to Critelli. And, we'll give it to Duffy, who lost it. And offsides there, over and back. And Vergalito not happy about that one there. Duffy Just a mental error there. Dubois for Clintock. Clintock again. A lot goes through him. Jack Clintock for the Warriors, their main man. But they've had others chip in so far today as well. Scott Drews behind now. Here's Dubois. The Red Devils defend very patiently, but step out when they need to, and Turnbull's been good today as well. Laying all but just the one shot.
Yeah, Turnbull's had a great season so far, and, you know, he wasn't starting last year, but later into the year when the playoffs came, you know, he took that starting spot, and he did a solid job, you know, coming in his first time in varsity, and now with his first full season as a varsity goalie on this lacrosse team, done a great job.
Yeah, but it was always going to be an interesting choice between him and Eddie Shin. Eddie Shin will be playing lacrosse next year in college as well, but they chose for Turnbull, and he's certainly shown why that's been a good decision here, especially today. He's really covered his angles well, and here's Simons. Can just flip it up. Flynn couldn't quite control that one. It'll be Mason Kelly to get things going again. The junior had an impressive sophomore season last year, Jason Kelly, and we'll touch on that a bit later. There was David Dubois on. Here's Kelly again, shot, and that one's up and away. As I said, Kelly last year as a sophomore, 26 points, 16 goals, and 10 assists. Very impressive sophomore numbers. And he's on again, number 45 now. I'll pass it off to David Dubois.
Minute left here in this first period. Good goal here for Watchung. He'll be great to end the first period and tie it 2-2.
See if they'll look for one more good opportunity here. On the ground, lost there. Foster can kick it up. And will be out of bounds. He's annoyed with himself. Couldn't quite make the turnover count there. And a quick restart here. 45 seconds to go. Here's Clintock. Pass it for Dubois. Behind for Drews. There's Clintock again. Inside, good pass. Kelly, good shot. Will stay with Watchung Hills. Prisco was closest to it. They'll have about 20 seconds to work with once Prisco gets in play to try to get one more shot and a good look.
Huge play here for both teams. Central wants to keep the lead. Watchung wants to tie it up. See what happens.
Clintock will have to go with only 15. He'll look to go alone. Just about gets a pass away. Back for Dubois. He'll have a jumping effort. It was blocked by Amato. Final 5 seconds, and the Red Devils will just do enough to close things out. And a big hit there at the end. But Mansell will be all right there as he took it from Mason Kelly. So we'll take a little break here before we pick up action for the second quarter. It's up 2-1 after the good first quarter from them. Only had the two real chances, though. Like we have been saying, the theme of the season for them is haven't had a lot of offensive opportunities, meaning not too much possession. It was Watchung Hills with loads of possession, a lot of shots. Turnbull had about 6 or 7 saves here, and the Red Devils doing well enough to just keep it at a one-goal advantage here. But they're going to need to try to get the ball in the attacking zone and try to work something a bit more and add to this lead, because a one-goal lead is certainly a very fragile one. They've gone with Marrero again in the face-off circle. Vanderbeck certainly has looked more confident there, and it's a false start from Marrero, and the Warriors can get things going with, again, another possession now with Kelly.
Yeah, not a good start, that false start there. Now Watchung gets a fresh start to maybe tie this up at 2-2.
Here's Scott Drews for Clintock. For Dubois. Back for Kelly. Defensively, they've been very organized. It's almost like box and one sort of zone they've been playing, with Simons at the top of it. Flynn right there on that left side. Now it's behind here for Drews. He'll look to attack. Good save by Turnbull there.
Yeah.
Just got it with his right leg. Again, he's just been covering his angles very well today, Turnbull.
Mm-hmm.
And he's certainly been tested a lot, but he's stood very strong so far.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's been tested a lot of shots coming his way, and he saved all of them except one. And if he can keep doing that, it could be a very good day for the Red Devils.
But the Warriors certainly are knocking on the door here, and it seems like only a matter of time if they're going to break it open. Here's Simons, who could advance the ball up well. Oh, then we'll take a hit there. Mansell does very well to get the ground ball. Nice swim move from him. He's through 2. And I believe timeout's called, so both teams will take a break there. But, you know, Turnbull, though, just as it's tough for Eddie Shin, you know, another senior on this team. Obviously, would like to get the minutes, but Turnbull's just playing very good right now at the moment.
Yeah, you know, like I said, Turnbull's really stepped up, especially later in the year last year and especially this year as well. You know, Central needed a goalie to step up for them, and Turnbull's done that. Saved every single goal today except for one. He's been very good. Like you said, he's been pressured a lot this game, and the pressure's probably going to keep coming. As you said, Central's on defense a lot in the earlier part of this season, so Turnbull's got to stay on his A game tonight.
Yeah, certainly. That's part of the goals for the Red Devils moving forward. After speaking with Cortelli, as I said before the season, said goals for them is just to improve what they've had in their first 5 games, in which they need more possession, they need to outwork teams, and they need to score more goals because, you know, they have a talented defense, but when they just keep defending the whole game, eventually, you know, it can't hold up. And oftentimes the best form of defense is just having the ball yourself so the other team can't have it. But easier said than done here. The Red Devils are hanging in it so far, still with the narrow advantage. Let's see if they can keep it. Coming out of the timeout, they'll have the ball here, try to keep some possessions here. They've had a couple unforced errors. That certainly cost them a little bit in this one so far, but like I said, have the ball and have a chance to get a good attack going here. As we resume here, timeout over 10:44 to play in this first half. So it's Cortelli for Jake Ditchy. And we'll give it to Ethan Washington on that beautiful goal for the second one. Haven't seen too much of him, though. And looks like he was trying to pass inside to Nicholas Terracone, and it was on the floor, still there. Big skirmish to fight for it, and again, another quick possession for the Red Devils. Not what they're looking for. Now Watchung Hills has numbers here, 4v3 if they can hurry. It's inside there. There's a shot and a goal. And as I said, they were knocking on the door, and Prisco gets his second.
Yeah, Steven Prisco, great game so far, 2 goals, and Turnbull's been good, but when the pressure just keeps coming to him, you know, something's got to give, and that is the second goal for Steven Prisco. And now it was a 2-0 game. It's now 2-2, so, you know, momentum was all on the Red Devil side. Now it's definitely a Watchung Hill side, so now really, whoever gets this next goal, in my opinion, is going to have a very big impact on the game.
Well, the Red Devils had the ball with 10:44 left to go. They scored at 10:15, so they had the ball basically for less than 15 seconds there. It's just these possessions are way too short. And they're really just not controlling things, certainly at the moment. And then there's another face-off one there by Clintock. Rawlings is there. Washington is there. Flynn is there. And Clintock somehow gets away from all of them. And now here's Clintock inside. Simons to come help out. Flynn did well, but knocked the stick out, and will just be a timeout just before at the crucial moment. But for the Red Devils, they're just disappointing possessions for them. Really just a team, certainly my team, used to controlling so much of the games, has been so much a lack of control today.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I know the second period just started, but it looked like 2 completely different teams. You know, in the first period, Central looked very good on the defensive side, which is something that they struggle with, and they got 2 really good goals early in the game. Now in the second period, you know, defensively, they just look a little more tired, and because of that, them being on defense the entire time, Turnbull's got a little more tired too, and it's hard for him to be saving all these goals now. So if you're Hunterdon Central, you just got to get more time on the offensive side.
And it's just coming back down to some of those errors, some of those sloppiness we saw with Duffy, how he had the over and back. Ditchy lost the ball in the attacking zone earlier on in the first quarter, but then just most recently there, and again another one where they force the ball into a bad area and then it gets turned over. And you know, if you can control the ball in lacrosse, you can have up possessions that can be very long. There's no shot clock in the high school game, so both teams will get both teams, or one teams, excuse me, can really have the ball for a long time if they can control it if they want to. But it's been Watchung Hills. It's been that team so far today, and they will look to do the same here as we get things started with under 10 to go. And it'll be Kelly to start things off for the Warriors, behind for Drews. Clintock for Dubois. Back for Drews. Clintock again. There's Kelly there. Almost looked like he was going to shoot his Drews. There's Clintock. Ooh, then it couldn't take the ball cleanly, but does well to shield it there for Prisco, who has the 2 goals on the day so far for the Watchung Hills Warriors. And now back for Drews. Dubois. Clintock. On for Drews again. Flynn does very well there. Inside shot. Turnbull couldn't quite get there. That's a beautiful finish there from Scott Drews there. And it was an excellent attack there from the Warriors. They moved the ball very well there and were stayed patient and had their opportunity for them. And they took it very well there. Turnbull was at an awkward height for him there. Couldn't quite go with his stick. And in the end, the Warriors now take their first lead of the day, 3-2.
Yeah, and you were spot on with saying that Central being on defense for too long is the factor of them losing all these games, because that has what's been happening in this second period. You know, they literally have not been on offense at all in this second period, very minimal time. And if this keeps happening in these games for Central, it's going to keep the same result happening.
Certainly, Brad, and it looked like they were in a good spot there. Flynn forcing the Warriors back, but just got lost to shape quickly. And it was good attack there, to be fair to Watchung Hills. And now this face-off is very crucial now for Joe Rawlings and the Red Devils. They need to win this one to try to get a foothold back in this game. Rawlings was confident coming into this one. He would be able to make an impact in the face-off circle, but has not been able to do so too much thus yet there. And there will be another possession now for the Watchung Hills Warriors. It's Mason Kelly there. Face-offs are just so interesting. It's such a specialty in lacrosse, and it really has the ability to flip every game, and it's done so here.
Wow.
Beautiful finish there on the top shelf there from Mason Kelly.
Yeah, honestly, I know there's been a timeout call in the second period, but if I'm Central, I call a timeout. You know, like I said earlier, this is just a completely different team from the first period. Central's defense clearly struggling, and at this point, it's like, can you even blame the goalie? Because the Central defense is just getting so tired. That makes the goalie tired too, having to be protecting the goal the entire time, not giving any time to get a rest and have the offense do something. They have to win this face-off. They should have won the other one. They need to win this one, especially now down 2 goals.
Yeah, nothing they could have done. Turnbull could have done about that finish from Kelly. Couldn't have put it any better, or placed it any better, excuse me. Now they lose this face-off again here. And a blind hit from behind there will be possession with the Warriors, or they called a timeout first. But like we said, the face-offs is such an interesting skill in lacrosse. It's such a specialty. It's almost like, in a way, like, you know, you could have a good football team, but if you don't have a good quarterback, kind of can mess things up, kind of like that. But the face-offs, it's a small part of the game, but so crucial. And the Red Devils didn't probably realize what a blessing they had to have Sean Crater for all those years, to be able to take in face-offs with them and just get free possession after free possession. And now he's gone. You can really see it's made a huge impact here for the Red Devils.
Yeah, 100%. Sean Crater is one of the best players in New Jersey, and not just New Jersey, all of America for lacrosse. And, you know, losing him is insanely huge, because when you have that big of a talent, that's terrible. And it's not even just Sean Crater. Pretty much all of Central's really good lacrosse players last year were very senior heavy. They still do have some great players, but when most of the great players leave and people have to step up, it's going to take time for a team to develop and get better. And that's what we're seeing right now with the Red Devils.
Yep, and one of those players out today, Decker McNally, certainly missing what he brings in the middle of the field there. The composure more than anything else, as well as the athleticism he has. And we saw that in glimpses last year for him. He was an important part of that midfield for the Red Devils, and really struggling without him so far today. But it's just been they haven't been able to have any opportunities going forward. When they had the ball in the attacking zone, they have looked good, really, for the most part. They've only had a couple chances. They've converted all of them. But they just haven't had the ball up there where we've been able to say, oh, they look dangerous. Instead, it's been the Warriors here with Clintock, with Kelly, who really are just controlling things at the moment. There's Kelly will go to his left. Marrero does pretty good that time to keep him in front there, and they'll pass it to that right side. Back for Clintock. Oh, good work there from Kelly. He'll have a shot there behind. Excellent move there from Mason Kelly to get his shot off there. It's been Clintock who's been the main threat, but Kelly, Prisco, Drews, Dubois also looked very good whenever they've been on it so far. Kelly's been tightly marked. Kelly gets a screen, will go the other way though. Inside there, good work from Amato. He can spin out and surrounded by two. And Clintock does very well there to pat it to himself. Spins away from one and now still goes here. Simons will defend him. Here it is for Drews. Shot, pass all the way back. Oh, good fake shot. There's a shot that time from Dubois. Simons will try to fight for the ground ball. Can hit it up only. It's still there inside. There's Marrero. On the ground nearest to it is Amato for the Red Devils. That's so hard when he's running away to try to get the ground ball, but eventually they do so. And now they can advance it and see what they can do here. They'll have a 5v3 if they can hurry here. Here's Ethan Washington.
Yes, Central finally on offense now, but they need to do something here.
And when they get so little possessions, the few they get are very crucial. And this one certainly is now with Washington. We'll find Mansell. Cortelli now finally can come back in along with Ditchy and Duffy. And, ooh, and as I say that, another unforced error there.
Yeah, and right when Central gets on offense, it's unfortunate. But something's got to give for the Red Devils.
Well, but they get it back here. I think it was an infringement before. So a bit of a gift for them here, and they can get Flynn into the attacking half. So something they've been experimenting with. Of course, Flynn's been a varsity player now on this team. This is his third year, and now this is a big role for him now to not do it on the defensive side, but also chip in with some goals on the attacking side. And they certainly need any help they can get here. Still have not scored more than 10 goals this year, or sorry, still only at 16 goals this year. Still haven't hit that 20-goal threshold now in their 6th game. And certainly subpar in that category for sure, though. Here's Meyer. Has the ability to do something there inside, and as I say that, Flynn gets the shot in the goal. So it proves to be a crucial switch there to get Flynn involved there. Meyer with his first assist of the year, and Flynn gets the goal that the Red Devils need there, and to not things even here. One goal there. One goal away, I should say there.
Yeah, that is what the Red Devils needed after being on defense for so long and allowing Watchung to get the lead. That's a great goal by John Flynn, who's had a great year for the Red Devils, one of their best players, and now being down by one, they just got to get one more to tie it up, and they just got to get on offense more. You know, when Central was on offense, we saw what happened. If they can keep doing that is the question.
Yep, so still down a goal. As I said, took me a while to do so, but as I said, down a goal here, 3-4. And Flynn really just showing his versatility where he can do it, helping out on these faceoffs, can do it defensively, and getting into the attacking half now and pitching in with some goals as well. He's trying to help out with this ground ball here. So too Rawlings. As again, Watchung Hill's coming with it, away with it, not quite though yet. And Amato finally can come out. And I will look to find someone pressed very hard there. Ethan Washington did well to take it off the bounce. And now here's Washington inside. Good pass from Meyer. Ooh, beautiful look from him. Excellent save by Rozek. Wow.
Barely saved that one.
Thought for everything there Meyer was going to shoot there, but just did enough there to find the pass there to Mansell. I don't think anyone really was expecting it. And Rozek, that's an amazing save. Meyer, as I said, was first assist there. Almost got a second of the season.
Yeah, and that looked perfectly set up, too. Pass after pass. Looked like that was going to go right in, but a great save by Watchung Hill's goalie. And now back on the offensive side, Central struggle on defense. If they can just slow the pace here and keep Central on the defensive side, maybe they can perhaps get another goal before the half ends or period ends.
Evan Flynn, you know, when they have him defensively, as Cortelli said, they need people to step up, and he could be one of those. that could step up for them if he certainly could keep pitching in with goals there in the attacking half. But it's tough when he's got to do it on both ends. Oh, beautiful finish there. That time Prisco has his hat trick now.
Yeah, and if only that play got set up for Central perfectly, it could be 4-4 now, but now 3-5 for Watchung Hills, right back at Central, getting a goal. Now up by 2. Central's right where they left off.
Yeah, it was a great point there. One error on one end leads to another on the other end there. And the Red Devils now need to win this faceoff. Has struggled in the faceoff circle so far today. Rawlings will have to go after it again against Vanderbeck, whose faceoff percentage came in at 60%. But it's gone up so far from this one, that's for sure. And another false start there. And will be awarded to Watchung Hills.
Yeah, defense has been a struggle, but it seems like faceoffs have as well. And like you just said, Sean Crater being the faceoff, one of the best players in the state, in the country. You know, losing him is a big factor in why the faceoffs have been bad.
Yep, certainly it was known for his faceoff ability. Sean Crater, the top 5 faceoff player in the country. And the Red Devils certainly have missed him. There's Kelly. Got working around Clintock. Had to get low, but controlled it well. Now we'll go to his right. Almost spins to his left. Instead goes back right. And now they can work things around here on this left side. Smith, good defending there. Kelly can take control again from Alexandre Pinto. Kelly almost fell there, does well out here to find Clintock. He'll go to his left. Excellent defending by Foster that time.
Yeah, Watchung just still able to keep with it. You know, if you're Hunterdon Central, you have to get that. You know, allowing Watchung to keep it and now slow the pace even more on offense is just not good. Once again, look at this. Yeah.
And Pinto, the freshman, on it again. And the Red Devils close to forcing turnovers, but can't quite capitalize fully.
Yeah, it's a simple mistake that's leading to huge downfalls.
Inside there's Pinto, will spin. Can find Prisco. Back for Clintock. Foster was able to read the screen well there. Puts Clintock on the ground. Ooh, did amazing to not lose the ball there. Kelly took a big hit from Marrero. Will try to go there. Excellent hands there from Foster. Passes it on the ground for Flynn, who could spin. Takes a hit there. Doesn't know where the ball is. The flag will come in, though.
It's a bit of a late penalty, but was called. And, yeah, you know, Central played good defense on that possession. Weren't allowing anything to happen, but the problem is they can't rebound and get back on offense. Watchung Hills is just picking up the ball every single time. You know, when that happens, that's going to lead to Watchung slowing the pace on offense because they know that they can just keep getting it back. But now with the penalty, let's see what Hunterdon Central can do with it.
Yeah, the Red Devils still 2:54 to go. Chance to get one goal at least before this half ends and then go into the intermission. Only down a goal, but still, they've probably been outplayed here, but only down 2 goals. In Lacrosse, that can evaporate very, very quickly.
Yeah, still plenty of time being 5-3. So Central's nowhere near out of it yet. They just got to make some simple fixes here.
So Nectar coming back in for the Red Devils. So too Critelli, Washington, Meyer, and Mansell out there as well. And Flynn back up there in the attacking half for the Red Devils as an option. There's Critelli for Washington, for Meyer, and to Mansell. Mansell shot there, good save Rozek. Flynn tries to almost bat it in there. It's still on the ground. And Mansell able to find the ground ball very well there. Critelli. Washington. Ooh.
Oh,
And the
wow.
helmets there
Yeah.
were stuck. Wow.
That's rare, but
I was wondering why they didn't close him down, and now I got the answer there. Rozek
Yeah.
stuck with one of his defenders there.
Yeah, I was confused about the whistles. You can see crowd laughing it up, but helmets stuck. The helmets stuck together.
Helmets stuck together.
Helmets stuck together.
Now we've seen it all.
Honestly, yeah, I've seen it all. But so looks like they're fixing that issue, and then once that happens, play will resume. And honestly, maybe that's almost good for Watchung Hills because it looked like Central had a good groove on offense.
They did, certainly, yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly in Watchung Hills' favor that happened. So if I'm Watchung Hills, that's good. I'm not complaining about that one. Yeah, now we go.
So even Washington get things started now. Critelli for Flynn. Back for Critelli. Here's Meyer. Mansell. Meyer again. Terracone for Washington.
Time is ticking. Gotta get sub in here. Still a minute and 30, but I want to pick up the pace a little, perhaps.
And Critelli now in the role of Decker McNally to almost be the almost quarterback of this offense here. Try to get things going. He's got a nice beat on it here. Now can find Flynn. Pulls it out. And looks to attack himself. Goes to his left. Loses it briefly, but gets it back now. Oh, here's Meyer. We pressed from behind, but can find the ground ball easily. Now here's Flynn again.
Watchung Hills playing great defense here, pressuring them. And now with only a minute, Central needs to pick up the pace.
And now they'll give Flynn some well-needed rest here. And Ditchy can check in for the Red Devils. And Washington is looking for an option here. Will go alone. Screen from Meyer. Washington back around there. Looks for Mansell. The pass was a bit loose there. It's on the ground. It's still there. It's up now.
Yeah, it's a fight for it.
And it's going to go down to that far side. Not a lot of space there. And ultimately a turnover from the Red Devils. So another empty-handed possession. But on the bright side, they had the ball for a bit longer there. So able to give their defense a bit of a break here. And they're going to need that every bit of focus they have to defend here for this last 25 seconds or so.
Yeah, defense got a break, but now, you know, they just got to lock in. You do not want a goal in these last couple seconds here. Final 10.
It's inside there. Simons as well to bat it down. Amato tries to come away. It's final 4 seconds here. Smith gets it up for Flynn, who shoots from way out. And that will do it for the first half. So Red Devils down 3-5. Stay tuned for second half action here live on HGTV.
All right, ready?
So back here for second half action. And we certainly are very ready here for this one. Hopeful for the second half for the Red Devils. Certainly, Brad and I were talking about how they've shown signs of promise, but the problem is they haven't had enough opportunities to show more signs of promise, if that makes sense. But for them, it's just been a defensive battle. It's been really offense versus defense, and so far, the offense of Watchung Hills is up 2 goals to the defense of the Hunterdon Central Red Devils.
Yeah, when Central's gone offense, they've looked really good, getting 3 goals. Like you said, the problem is they haven't really been on offense at all, especially in that second period. Watchung Hills was on offense for most of the second period, if not pretty much all of it, and that allowed Central to get tired on defense. And, you know, when the goalie's constantly protecting, he's going to give up some goals, and that's what happened. 5-3 Watchung Hills.
Oh, just like that, another
6-3.
one there.
Yeah, and once again, like pretty much what I just said, it's really just Central struggles on defense. And it's honestly not even just the defense, like we were also saying, it's the face-offs as well. The face-offs are the reason of the defense playing bad. The face-offs is where it all starts. If you can't win those face-offs, it's not going to go well.
Well, the face-offs are certainly an opportunity to get some possession attacking, but the problem is when they can't win the face-offs, they can't get the ball offensively, and when they do rarely get the ball offensively, they've been turning it over a lot. And Kelly now there with his second goal on the day there. And now the lead is 6-3. And this is a Watchung Hills team that has not beat Hunterdon Central since 2018. That was May 26th of 2018. It was a 10-4 victory that day. A very different team that was for the Red Devils when the days of the Amon brothers. But now it just seems like it's becoming a time when Watchung Hills now can compete with the likes of the big giants of the Skyline Delaware, what Central once was, but certainly this year have a ways to go now. Let's see if they can pull their way back in this one now. They're 3 goals down. Their biggest deficit so far of the day. Matt Smith does well to advance that one for the Red Devils.
Yeah, now with Central on offense, really they need to stay on offense. If they can keep these offensive possessions going, maybe allow them to get some more goals and get right back in it. You know, still plenty of time. Third period just started.
They have to make these offensive possessions count, that's for sure. Duffy back in for the first time since that error he had that gave away possession cheaply in that first period, or the first quarter, excuse me. Now he's Ditchy again. He'll have a shot. Not a bad effort there from Ditchy there. But if you can't shoot, you can't score. And that Red Devils haven't taken too many shots so far. That was a good effort there from Ditchy. And Washington now with the quick restart for the Red Devils. Here's Duffy for Ditchy.
Good speed, but yeah.
And Ditchy not afraid as a sophomore to attack.
Yeah, I could see by Ditchy, but, you know, had 2 defenders right around him, so that was bound to happen.
But that's some aggression that they need. Just hasn't come off today for Ditchy. He has the talent. But if they can get him going, that'd be a huge attacking option for him. Especially since, really, it's a bit of a dire need when they're putting Flynn up there. But they have Ditchy, who's trying to, like I said, make something happen, but just unlucky that time. And still a young sophomore. A lot to learn for him.
Ooh.
Simons there has done well to pick a couple pockets today and does so that time. And, here's Turnbull, who can come out with it.
Yeah, very fast-paced third period already. It's already 9 minutes left only, so as the time goes by, Central just needs to get some goals. I mean, stay in the obvious, but that's what needs to happen.
And good work from Cartelli there. Split a couple defenders and advanced the ball forward. And now here's Washington. Haven't seen really too much of Washington since that goal, I should say. Now here's Terracone for the Red Devils. For Duffy. Here's Mansell. Washington again. Terracone to his left. Now here's Washington.
Good pressure there. Oh, wow.
Oh, good save again from Rozak, who's been pretty good when he's been called into action.
Yeah, Ethan did a good job of getting past the defender, but the goal just couldn't go in. But great shiftiness from Ethan Washington.
That was a good look for him. Just couldn't find the corners that time. But, again, good signs for the Red Devils on the offensive end for them. They're going to have to keep that up here if they are to get back in this one. 6-3.
Wow.
Oh, good luck now. Kelly shot high, deflected, and will stay with the Watchung Hills Warriors.
It was deflected.
It was Drews who was closest to it, and that will keep it for them. Drews will go to his left. Simons defending. Drews turns back. There's Kelly. Can work that one around for Dubois. Now for Clintock. Haven't seen too much of Clintock, who's supposed to be the danger man of this Watchung Hills team. Oh, good move there from Kelly again. Flynn did well. inside. Could have been a shot, but Drews just lost it at the crucial moment there. So saying Clintock, the one that leads his team in goals with 10. And Flynn does well to stretch out his legs there and advance it there for Matt Smith. Shot from Mansell is wide, and Meyer will be able to keep it for the Red Devils.
Yeah, it looks like Central had a good opportunity there, but thankfully they have another possession on offense here to perhaps make it 6-4.
And a new life here now. Critelli gets it from Ditchy. Terracone. Here's Mansell for Washington. Meyer. Ditchy. Terracone again. Little fake and goes to his left. Couldn't quite find the angle though for the shot. Now here's Washington. Washington spins, goes left, will fall there. Ball's now on the ground. Rozek will try to get on it, and he does so very well there. And now they can advance it up here quickly and try to get something going there.
Yeah, just another costly mistake by Central.
It's Jack Herring, number 44, that did well to advance it up. And now we'll get off there and allow Kelly to get back on the ball here. And Dubois there as well.
Watchung Hill slowing the pace of it here. You know, you have a 6-3 lead, but now they're going for it.
No, they're thinking certainly we'll have some longer possessions, but still fruitful, just to extend the lead and also chew the clock.
Yeah, definitely want to chew the clock. I mean, you're already up 6-3 on offense for most of the game. I don't see why you wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, good save, Turnbull that time. Excellent, as it just bounced right in front of him. And now looks to find Flynn there. It was a bit heavy. And a bit too heavy there. Flynn couldn't take it there on the bounce, so it's now on the floor.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at Watchung coming up all the way.
And Dubois come out with that one that time.
Just
Flynn had a shot at it, even though he couldn't take it early on there. Vergalito barking directions on that far side. There's Kelly. Here we go for Clintock.
Just under 5 minutes now in this third period.
Dubois. There's Kelly. Marrero versus Clintock. Clintock to his right aggressively. Good pass inside. Couldn't be controlled though effectively, but Drew's able to hop on the ground ball and now can find David Dubois. Back for Kelly. Good swim move followed by the spin. Inside, Turnbull does well to intercept.
Yeah, good job by Turnbull in these past couple of possessions. You know, obviously Turnbull giving up a lot of goals, but, you know, partially blame that on the defense. Now he's really stepped up, though, already down by 3. You don't want to make this lead even much longer. So Turnbull's done a great job.
Another good pass from him that time to split some seams. Now here's Critelli advancing it forward for the Red Devils, and they're going to need a goal here. Now into the final quarter of this quarter, if you will. The last 4 minutes. Now here's Ditchy. Can find Critelli. Meyer. Duffy will occupy the area inside. Ditchy looks to find Mansell and does so. Duffy can work the screen from Mansell. Good work from him. Couldn't quite get through though to find the shot. Now here's Ditchy. He'll go to his right. Still going. Ditchy shot. And he always has an eye for goal, the young sophomore.
Yeah, had the right idea, just couldn't get it in. Watchung Hills, once again, just a great job on defense in these last 2 periods, applying the pressure, staying right on him.
Mansell falling there. And a crease violation there. So we'll be watching Hill's ball there. Meyer does well to get up.
Yeah, good
and
defense.
Ditchy now, or excuse me, Duffy can recover the ground ball. Duffy on that far side does well to ride a couple challenges and get himself behind the goal there. Good work from Duffy. Now here's Terracone. Duffy hasn't let that previous error stay in his head here. Still trying to play aggressively and get on the ball as much as he can. Cortelli would like to see him try to affect things a bit more. So far, just been the one to move the ball around. Now here's Ditchy. Washington into the game now. They'll get him going from deep. Washington with some speed.
Had a goal earlier in this game in the first period, looking to get another one.
Now to his left, to his right. Ooh, and shot it there on almost his offhand there. Yeah, and just a bit high.
Yeah, and Washington's really quick and shifty. You know, he has great moves, and you got to watch out for him because if he can get past you, he can easily get a goal. Had one earlier. Couldn't get that one, but keep an eye out.
It looks like they're going to pull him out here to give him a little more space to give himself some time to work here. Now we'll go to his left. Here's Ditchy's shot. Good save there. That time by Rozek.
Yeah, just too low there.
And he did well there to get it off the bounce. Not always easy when it bounces right in front of you like that. And ground ball there recovered. Smith did well to hack it away. Goes to this far side. Simons there had a hit there. And it's too aggressive there against Nolan Brady, number 6 for the Warriors. Timeouts will be called so both teams can talk it over. Brad, if you're the Red Devils, what do you think Coach Vergolito is going to be telling his boys?
Telling them to keep the pressure on defense, you know, because especially with being down 6-3 and, you know, costly mistakes are what costing the Red Devils. You know, a lot of times when Watchung Hills is on offense and they're losing it, Central has a chance to rebound it and get right back on their side, and they just don't get it when it's right in their hands, and Watchung can easily grab it. Those simple mistakes can lead to the biggest downfalls, and that's what we're seeing right now with Watchung being up 6-3. They got to win these faceoffs, got to apply the pressure on defense, got to make sure you're not on defense for too long to get on offense and get right back in this game.
Yep, for the Red Devils, it's going to be really coming down to that crucial part of the game where they're going to need to get some goals and get some very quickly here. Down 3, and they're going to have only what's left, a minute or so of this quarter and then the fourth to try to get something back here. But Watchung Hills still looks pretty threatening here, but the Red Devils just been done enough here to keep them out so far in this third quarter.
Yeah, not much action this third quarter for the later parts, but both teams playing decent defense, but, you know, Central, Watchung Hills especially, just slowing their pace on offense because, you know, like you said, they should just be chewing clock right now. Already up 6-3 in the third period, and you have the ball on offense most of the time. I don't see a reason to not chew down the clock.
Yeah, so look like they'll leave Terracone in the attacking role and then probably try to work Washington from a bit deeper now today in the remainder of this one as they have Washington on the bench here. So we'll be playing the attacking mid-roll if the Red Devils can get the ball back here with enough time, 1:33 to go. And kind of like that change because it gives Washington some time and space to get ahead of steam, to get up to speed before he can change to a quicker gear. He's done so very effectively, Washington, when he's got that time and space to work his hands and work his moves. Was Drews.
Ooh. Now with just over a minute for Central before this third period ends, a goal right here would be a great momentum booster for them, especially not scoring a goal this entire third period.
Here's Cortelli for Simons. Flynn. Ditchy. Terracone. Not as well there to find Mansell. And now Washington will come on there on that right side so he can go to his left. We'll have some time and space to do so. Yeah. He does very well there. Couldn't quite get the shot off though. Now here we go again with Mansell.
You can tell they put their trust in Washington to get these goals.
Ditchy goes right. Mansell. Try to go over the top that time.
Yeah, it looks like he extended
the arm there.
Final 60 seconds. If you're watching, you can try to get. Oh, look at this.
Here we go. Maybe a chance now for the Red Devils. Here's Mansell.
Uh,
Gets pushed and hacked there. Only 8 seconds to work with now.
Gotta
Here's
hurry.
Critelli. He'll have to go. Critelli to his right. Can he get a shot? Flips it up. And that will do it for the third quarter. So we'll take a slight break here as we look forward to a decisive fourth quarter coming up here live on HGTV. So Marrero against Van de Beek. We have not seen a face-off in a while because, of course, there hasn't been many goals in that third quarter. But this face-off now, if the Red Devils can get a possession here to start this fourth quarter, it will be crucial. Marrero tasked to do so.
Most important one yet. And
Flynn
another
gets a
whistle.
ground ball, but a whistle.
See who's on.
Oh,
This is
that's
gonna be on
Watchung
Central.
Hills.
Yeah, and this is what I've been saying. It's like Central has all these opportunities, and it just slips right out of their hands. That one right there, they were doing really good in the face-off, and then boom, an immediate whistle and turnover for Watchung. It's just these simple mistakes.
Yeah, the face-off rule is certainly something a bit cloudy, at least from my knowledge. Oh, behind the back almost worked there from Prisco, who's got the 3 goals so far on the day.
Yeah, Prisco's had a great game. 3 goals, single-handedly carried Watchung in the earlier stages in terms of offensive goals. But, you know, now more guys are even stepping up, and that's what you want if you're Watchung.
Kelly can find Dubois. And Drews again. Drews. Big hit from Marrero.
Yeah, good hit by Marrero there.
Legal, though.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Yeah. But, you know, Marrero, a football player, he's a wide receiver. Sometimes receivers got to block, so, you know, that's a big advantage. He has a big body size. Uses strength to that.
Nolan Brady for the Warriors now. Kelly to go against Smith. Another football player, usually defensive back or safety.
Yeah, a lot of football players play lacrosse. Hockey as well, but hockey and lacrosse obviously very similar in a lot of aspects. Turnbull, you know, very good hockey player.
Surprised he doesn't play, offense for this team, actually, bro.
Turnbull, yeah, you know, you think like a player like that, a really good hockey player can play offense, but it's actually really skillful that he can play goalie and adjust to that position.
Yeah, not a bad goalie either. He's had a pretty good day despite conceding the 6 goals. Marrero, ooh, great move there that time from Dubois there. Sent Marrero to the shops. Now here's Kelly. Can he have a shot? He can, and he can score. Beautiful there from Watchung Hills, has to be said.
Yeah, and maybe it's too early, but that might be a dagger shot low-key because Watchung's just keeping their lead extended and Central's just not capitalizing on these opportunities that they have. And with it being the 4th period and 9:51 left, not over till it's over, but if Central wants a shot this game, they have to act quick and keep it going because it's not looking good.
So now it's Rawlings' turn now on the face-off circle. This face-off is crucial, as we've been saying a lot, but they really need to win this one just to try to get back to where they were, which was down 3 goals, which obviously not where they want to be, but don't want to be down 4 either. If Rawlings can get it, he can't. Van der Beek comes away cleanly. And Conforti now can carry it forward for the Warriors.
Yeah, if I'm the lacrosse coach for Central, I'm practicing face-offs a lot next practice.
And certainly the art of lacrosse certainly is the face-offs. Oh, beautiful move there.
Yeah.
That time by Kelly.
No face-offs are just part of the game, you know. And like I said, this is still a young team, plenty of time left in the season. But jeez,
Prisco with his 4th of the day.
Wow.
Beautiful from him.
Steven Prisco, an incredible game. 4 goals now. Has half the goals for Watchung Hills. If there's an MVP of this game, it's 100% him.
Prisco with 4. Kelly with 3. Not too bad. And Drews added in the 1. Still haven't need to get any contribution from Clintock. Their leading points men on this team. It's just because they've been having those 3 have been so effective so far today, but
Yeah, at this point, literally one goal would just help Central at this point, just to give them some sort of momentum and kind of get them back in that rhythm just to see if they can do something. And a whistle. And it's going Watchung's way, you know? It's like, at first defense was the main problem for Central, but now it's 100% face-offs because they've been playing decent on defense before these 2 goals they allowed. But these face-offs are just letting Watchung just chew the clock down, get goals, repeat that so many times.
Yeah, been tough for the Red Devils certainly so far today. In all aspects, really. I mean, they've had some decent spells here and there, but they just need to do more, really, and improve in all aspects, especially against, they're going to be playing way better opposition than Watchung Hills, that's for sure. Watchung Hills, looked very good. They've been very impressed with them. Usually it's a program that's not super strong in lacrosse, but like we said, this year been able to compete with the likes of Hunterdon Central there. Smith able just to kick it forward there.
Oh,
Meyer,
wow.
huge hit there.
Oh, wow.
Smith rides a couple challenges
Finally
himself, and he gets through it all.
Yeah, it looks maybe
Not before the flag, though.
maybe a late whistle. I'm not sure if that hit was legal or not, but maybe it was. But
To the face, certainly
yeah.
always will be precautioned.
Yeah, so whistle was blown. Not sure whose possession it is.
Should be the Red Devils on this far
Yeah.
side here. Smith came through with the ball very well.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
And it'll be a restart with Terracone right around the 45.
Yeah, and like I said, just one goal at this point. Maybe just give some spark for the Red Devils. Just kind of get them to get back in this game with the time that they have, perhaps. You know, this team in the first period looked really good, up 2-0, but ever since then they just looked like a completely different team. And all the costly mistakes that you talked about, Tyra, before the game is what has been happening.
And that's something certainly never really seen from Hunterdon Central. Little things like that, little mental errors. It's something that leads me to believe, Brad, that maybe this team, isn't as tight as we think. Don't have the best kind of close-knit group and not really playing with that fun and energy that this team normally does play with here, because they don't normally make that many errors.
Yeah,
And it's usually that kind of roster where it can almost be like anyone can come in and fill in, always super deep, but it's just been so different.
Yeah, it's just hard. Like, I know we said it so many times, but losing pretty much half your starting team on lacrosse is tough. Sean Crater, Trevor Fish, Ramones, even more. It's just tough when you lose that many good players, and guys have to step up. It may take a lot of time, but, we see some people that have a lot of good potential. Ethan Washington, for example, has been playing really well. Although he's a senior, Robbie Turnbull's really stepped up. So they have talent. They just really need to figure it out.
Shot from Flynn, good save, Rozek, but like you said, DeVore, Danny Lost, Trevor Fish, Crater, 4 out of your 6 attackers last year, not all leaving there. Oh, there's a pass inside. Beautiful save, Turnbull. And the Red Devils will get possession here with Simons. Ditchy can carry the ball forward and do so very well. Here we go with Critelli.
Yeah, and Hunterdon Central plays Bernards next at 10 a.m. on April 20th on Saturday, I believe.
Critelli off the post. Yeah, Bernards will be a tough game. A team that beat Pingree, which Pingree shut out the Red Devils.
Bernards is 5-0, so Central struggling against Watchung Hills. It'd be tough to imagine how Bernards can be, but you never know. Maybe this team can learn from this game and maybe spark an upset against Bernards. But they got Hillsborough, Bridgewater, North Hunterdon, Ridgewood, and Moorestown all to close out the year. Only 2 more home games after this.
Yeah, I was looking at that, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be on the road for a while, and
They will have Hunterdon Warren Sussex, though.
Yes, you're right, Hunterdon Warren Sussex, but they could, with the way they're playing, probably be away.
Yep. Lost to Pope John 11-10 last year in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex, and lost to Montclair in the quarterfinals of NJSIA New Jersey Group 4. So they're looking really at the Hunterdon Warren Sussex kind of to save their season here. That is their main goal now. And it's going to be starting very soon for the Red Devils. As Watchung Hills there will look to add to their lead here. This is a huge victory for them. It's been over 5 years since they beat the Red Devils. There's another shot, that one way wide.
Yeah, like you said, 5 years since they beat them, so this win has to feel good. Watchung will be 3-3 after this. They play Ridge also on Saturday at home at 10.
Yeah,
same time.
Ridge, another top 10 team in the state.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule. Ridge, Rutgers Prep, Wayne Hill, Somerville, Caldwell, Pingree, Red Bank Regional, Menhem. Plus, you know, I'm sure a tournament's in there as well.
And for the Red Devils, when they beat Watchung Hills last year.
Oh, deep throw. Wow.
And all the way to Rhodes. Like when they beat them last year 11-7, that was on April 22nd. Meyer, 2 assists, 2 points that time. When they beat them, they were 19th in the state that time. And now just so far, how far they've fallen since then. Now losing to Watchung Hills and way out of the top 20.
Yeah, and last year's Central team was interesting because they started off really hot, then they lost a couple, then they were winning some, then they went on a really big losing streak. However, they won their first playoff game in dominant fashion against Phillipsburg, and then fortunately came up short in the second round. However, the talent level of that team was there. You know, they were still a very solid team despite what the record said.
Oh yeah, they had DeVore, they had Fish, Crater, of course. So not a bad team, but they lost so many points. You know, I'll just read it off to you now real quickly. Fish last year, 71 points. Crater 67, DeVore 65, and lost 49. All those points gone. Not to mention the face-offs by Sean Crater, 78% won, 82% by. Or excuse me, 62% by Jake DeVore, all gone for them this year.
Yeah, and you know, for the face-off people in Demerara, they haven't really they didn't do face-offs until just this season. It was really just all Sean Crater during last season lacrosse, besides the couple games he was hurt. So it's going to take time for these players to, you know, get better at these face-offs. That's just how it is. But once they develop and they get better at these face-offs, I'm sure as time goes by, this will be something they improve on.
And when they play the teams like Bridgewater, Raritan, Ridge, now even Watchung Hills, Pingree, they're going to get some very talented face-off specialists, that's for sure. And it's been tough even against the likes of Vanderbeck today for Rawlings and Marrero, who's been kind of underhanded here.
Yeah, here's Washington trying to get past them, but yeah, no, just can't.
But Vanderbeck certainly has been very talented in the face-off circle so far, and shown just how far the Red Devils are off in terms of talent-wise of the face-offs there. But like you said, missing Sean Crater certainly in that aspect. And now the Red Devils can try to get something here. A goal late would be huge just for momentum here. Liam Mansell switching from 3 to 12 this year.
Yeah, also have to know Decker McNally's hurt, and Decker McNally, one of their best players this season. Maybe
they need him back.
He probably would have made a bigger impact on this game. Maybe this could be a tie game right now if Decker McNally was playing. You know, him, Meyer, and Flynn, I would say, are a big three of this team. And with one of them missing, it's just going to be hard.
Haven't called Meyer's name too much today. We've had a lot of looks. But like I said, 2 assists last year against Watchung Hills. He's the only player on this roster to register any points last year against him as a flag.
Yeah, I think Washington got hit hard. But they're still going.
They're just going to play it out here now. The whistle will blow.
Yeah, I think that was one of the Watchung Hills players. I think Washington got hit hard. But not too sure.
And it looks like it will be the Red Devils' possession again.
I think that was the hit on Washington.
Seen some good signs here from Washington. Ditchy as well has attacked the goal very aggressively, but still lacks some quality in that sense, and haven't had as much opportunities as they normally would like. You know, if they're on some Central teams previous years, they would have way more chances to really get going. But
yeah,
it's just that this team, you know, not too many offensive possessions. Everyone is very, very important.
Also, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. HCTV is doing baseball versus Ridge at 4.
It'll be a huge one there.
Yeah, it's a huge game. Hunterdon Central baseball tomorrow. Like I said, Thursday at 4. Stream will be up around 3:45.
And for those that, there's Cortelli's shot for those that tuned into softball yesterday. The Red Devils were looking to avenge their loss last year against Bridgewater Raritan, who they played yesterday, the baseball team, and lost to Bridgewater Raritan. Didn't register a run, only had 4 hits yesterday. So they'll look to rebound against a tough Ridge team who they played earlier this season already. It was a rain delay, but they were able to reschedule it, and I believe they won that time. So it'll be a huge game tomorrow.
Yeah,
Brad, I think you'll be there for that one.
Baseball now, it's George and Logan.
George and Logan, what a duo.
Yeah, not as good as Matt Molly and Mariah.
Oh,
Shout out Mount Molyneux.
first game for him softball, not easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, you did a decent job as color. You know, when your first game commentating, takes time to get used to it. You did a good job.
So Turnbull can advance things and now look for Flynn. Who goes inside here. And now can find Meyer.
Yeah, final minute. Honestly, if I'm Central, I just go fast-paced here, trying to get something. I understand, you know, with the game being over, but just try to get something here. You know, see if you can get a goal. Just attack. Might as well.
Here's Meyer.
Final minute here. See what Central can do. Yeah, there's Meyer.
Good work from Meyer inside. Ooh,
Ooh.
Mansell had a decent shot at it.
Yeah, here comes Watchung. If I'm Watchung, you know, maybe try to get another goal, but oh, wow, look at the speed.
And they have a shot
Wow.
at it, and it's a goal
Just
there.
ice it even
Prisco
more.
with his 5th goal of the day,
Wow.
and that will really top things off there for Watchung Hills there, and that will be a nice scoreline for them. Win by 6 here. Last time they beat Hunterdon Central was a 10-4 victory by 6 goals.
More than half the goals Prisco has on this team right now in this game, and just to ice it out even more to make it a 9-3 game. Just not a good game for Hunterdon Central. They started off great, 2-0. And then they just completely fell off. And I think it was the problem is that just, like I said so many times, the face-off and defense is the downfall of this Red Devils team. When the offense gets opportunities, they look decent. The problem is that's not often at all.
And they do win one here, though, with Rawlings.
And a whistle. Still going. Oh, I guess they're still going to play it.
And Rawlings does get at least one face-off win. Now here's Meyer.
Final 30 seconds here.
Ditchy to his left for Rawlings. Terracone. Critelli. Ditchy to his left will spin, go right. That's a good move from him.
Final 5 seconds here. See if Central can get something. Might as well. Lost it.
And we'll go away, and that will do it for this one. So the Red Devils fall 9-3 to Watchung Hills, 1-5 on the season now. A tough one, certainly one to forget. But thank you for everyone here for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you to Brad, Jack, our beautiful tech director, Lucas, and of course Derek Harrington, or Max Harrington as well, excuse me. My fault there. But as Brad said, tune in to Tavares for some HC baseball action. A lot of fun things coming up here. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, and have a wonderful night.